is Adam Chambers. I am the Athletic Director Secretary for Armwood High School.
My name is Scott Chambers, and I am a systems analyst for a major bank in the area.
My family's connection to Armwood is I graduated in 2001. My two brothers also graduated from Armwood High School. We all three were equipment managers for the football team and various other sports. And my grandfather currently holds the record as the oldest graduate of Armwood High School. He graduated in 2002 at the age of 75. So my grandfather lied about his age to go into the military in World War II. He was only 17, so he lied to join the military. He ended up in a destroyer off the coast of the invasion of Normandy, but he'd always promised his dad that he would get a high school diploma.
The state of Florida had passed a law that for those World War II veterans that had to drop out of school, that they could, he actually got his GED during the Korean War on a Navy ship, but they allowed him to go with Armwood graduating class.
He got a cap and gown, and he walked with the graduating class, sat with them over at USF, and walked across the stage, had his name called, and graduated.
Stephen Corona. Christopher Carter. Esperanza Cedeno. Raymond Chambers.
Being a part of Armwood is who we are. We took a break from it after the two state championships, or actually 3 state championships that our family was a part of. We made sure that everything was set for buses. To make sure that everything went to the field, that we had the sidelines set up perfectly. Headsets were set up. Back then, we didn't necessarily have a trainer, so we would tape ankles and do that kind of stuff. Just whatever the coach needed.
Because though we weren't playing on the field, our mindset behind everything was, let's set up everything so that the players can play and the coaches can coach, and we'll try and take as much off of their plate that we can as kids.
You know, now we have different roles where we more like to see students take a role in engagement, and we're more advisors. But we really feel like watching this purpose and watching students grow and succeed in this way helps them achieve their goals, helps them feel important as part of the football team, as part of that camaraderie that comes with being a part of a team and part of a family. It's turned into an all-inclusive family activity that we love to do to support the Hawks, not just in football, but other sports as well. And we just love Armwood. We love the administration. We love what it represents and what it does for the students. Well, everybody encounters trials and challenges, and our life hasn't been. We're no different than anybody else. We haven't been free from adversity and trials.
We were getting ready to go into the summer. I was getting ready to start my internship, and that Friday before, my mother came down with some severe headaches. She just couldn't stop them. So she made it through the night, and then on Saturday morning she went to the urgent care, and they immediately rushed her to the hospital because my mother had a brain aneurysm that was getting ready to rupture.
And so during that season, Scott had to make a choice.
It was when she got home that I noticed that she wasn't going to be going back to work anytime soon. And so I had an important conversation with my father, like what what do I need to do to help the family?
And so he continued to help the football team, continued to support them during games, but during the week, he got a job, an internship, which turned into a full-time job, which is still the company he's with today at Citigroup, to help my dad pay the bills and support the family.
But working after school didn't allow time for football, so I had to cut that. But my younger brother was a sophomore then, so he took over the main duties of practice, and then me and him would do the games together on Friday nights. So awesome. I would get off work about 5:30, 5:30, and then rush to wherever the game was, whether it was at home or on the road, and I didn't miss a single game that year.
You know, it was a sacrifice for our family. It was a hard time, but you know, that was a trial, and during that time, Armwood won a state championship, and you know, for whatever reason, you know, oversight or whatnot, the team got rings, but Scott didn't get a ring that year, and so that was a rough time.
So I had a conversation with the coach. He had come to my house and talked to me and had said that, you know, it wasn't going to be fair to give a ring to myself and not give it to other players who had been there at practice every day, and he had to make a cut somewhere, and so he was giving rings to only individuals who were there 100% of the time. And then I sat there through the banquet and watched every single one of my classmates get up and get a ring, including my brother, who was sitting at the table. And but at the time I was like, I understand, like, you know, if that's what you have to do, that's what you have to do. Like, though it was a situation that, you know, was not ideal, I also understood. And so this year, with the help of our partners at Jostens, the company where we get our cap and gowns and class rings and everything, they heard about his story and heard about what happened, and they helped us put together a plan to rectify that wrong. And so Scott was able to finally this year, 20 years later, get his state championship ring that he didn't get many years ago, and that was a special day for Scott and for our family, for him to be able to get that.
Scott, we bring you in here first to say thank you for all the stuff that you've done for Armwood High School, with Hawk Nation, what you know with the football team, all the other sports, and just to think about the impact that you, your wife, have had in just a short period of time, and to think, as we talked about all this, the impact that maybe you would have had even more so over the last, decade or so, if things would have been a little bit different for the games. And we really wanted to bring you in and to make things right. By way of with your brothers, we called up Jostens and talked about how could we do this right and make sure that Scott Chambers was 100% full and moving forward. Jostens was Brent got with us and to make sure that this thing was just like what we had, and to finally present you with what you should have had a long time ago, and so that you can now wear this around as a proud state champion and continue to make our school special with all you have to do. So, Scott, here's your state championship.
I just want to say thank you so much, because obviously I tap into what you do for Armwood and then trickle that into what I do outside of here, to be able to support our girls and kind of lean on you for some of that conversation of what some of the things that you and Christine gave up Saturday morning to kind of help another generation that wasn't Armwood football. It just speaks to the type of people both of you are, and so giving and so loving of Armwood that I didn't understand the depth of this, right? I had no idea. And so to just be able to be a part of this process to complete something that was just kind of missing for you. I just feel lucky enough to be in the room. I feel so proud to have, and I say this jokingly because I spent time with you and Adam because I couldn't believe he was the oldest. Just the amount of love that the Chambers family gives to Armwood, I think also speaks to amazing parents. I'm just baffled. Like I'm amazed at how much your family gives to a school, and gives so with genuine, never asking anything in return. They're just amazing children, and to have, I'm up to 3 Chambers. I got room for a few more, I think. But just to see the Chambers family come back around Armwood just really speaks to one of the things that was really important to me when I got here, was bringing the Hawks back home, bringing alumni back home, bringing alumni here, making sure they always feel like there was a space and a place for them. Because there was greatness that I believe walked the halls and still walks the halls here. And I think that's really important. So I'm just excited to be a part of this. And just to have you with us. So I'm grateful.
And I just want to second everything that Dave said. Having you guys has been really amazing and a blessing for me. As a new athletic director, you have my back 100%, 110%. There isn't anything that I can't ask of you, and many times where I don't even have to ask, and you're already doing and willing to lend a helping hand. And there aren't words that can really show how much you're appreciated, okay? You, Adam, Christine, your other brother, again, like Ms. Langston said, you guys have brought up a great family, and there are a lot of things at Armwood that could not happen without them. So we're grateful that you have allowed them to be here with us, right? You've raised such amazing kids, and they're here with us and very supportive, and just thank you.
Well, give me a hug, man. Thank you.
That's finished.
Thank you. There it is.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Walk around.
Nice.
There you go. It has more diamonds than on it did back in the day. You can thank Johnston's for that.
Thank you.
Oh, fun. It's amazing.